course, went on and played Georgia Tech in the ACC. Carmelo Anthony in that game had 27 points. And interestingly enough, as you look over some of those players, boy, they all sort of took different paths to the NBA. Carmelo, one and done, got the NCAA championship. Amari went right to the NBA, a first-round pick for Phoenix. He had 23 in that game. And, of course, a guy like J.J. Redick, who went to college and at Duke and eventually now in the NBA with Orlando, but got his college time in.
Yep. And, you know, back to Carmelo. I mean, it seems like he's capable of 25 or 30 in every game that he plays. I mean, just I mean, as great a natural scorer as there is on the planet right now. And, of course, not the well-rounded player probably that LeBron or Kobe Bryant are, but I mean, just in terms of sheer offensive skills and output, hard to argue with his skill set.
Well, the one thing I guess that separates LeBron from everybody else is his physique.
Yeah.
The physicalness of his game. You know, and Carmelo can certainly try to put weight on and build up in the weight room, but some frames are only going to get so big. LeBron has been blessed with he has a basketball frame that I think you would almost describe as perfect.
And guard skills at that. You know, Carmelo very much a swing man. Yet, you know, those are the exceptions, and these guys, and you know, these guys are very good players in and of themselves. You know, you never know. I mean, obviously, we knew LeBron James was ticketed for stardom from a young age. One of these guys, you know, with the development, filling out, and hard work, you know, some of these guys could be making some serious money in the next couple of years as they're getting paid to play.
Well, one thing I find interesting as we've watched the flashbacks throughout this game, Chris, is the fact that you know, you look at the players then and you can see a big difference.
Yeah,
physically as they get stronger and bigger.
They fill out, they mature, you know, and that's the way this works. So these guys are all works in progress. I mean, even in spite of their resumes, gotta give them a chance to grow up and develop a little bit. There's a little defense being played.
Yeah. Strong take, but good looking block by Cedric Lindsey.
Lindsey, very well-rounded player and just a tremendous shooter. Saw there, he's certainly a capable defender as well.
First team All-Met out of Gonzaga. He's going to play his college ball at Richmond. U.S. All-Stars running. Stoglin gives it up. A couple of Maryland future Terps sharing the basketball.
They're doing their best to get the ball to Pinkston over there because he is a finisher down there on the block. Nice little dish by Paulson.
U.S. All-Stars. A little confusion there. They'll get the ball out of bounds.
It doesn't look like they had a whole lot of chance to work on much in the way of out-of-bounds plays.
Pinkston draws the foul.
That's what he does. I mean, he just hurls his body into opposing jerseys.
This is the third time now in this half that Pinkston will go to the line.
Took that right at Arledge, and I mean, there's no question that there's contact. He gets rewarded with a couple of freebies.
How about matching someone like Pinkston with his physique with Giroux, who we saw here last year, who's already at Villanova.
I think Giroux,
tough front line.
Giroux probably had an inch or two on him, but yeah, that's two strong kids, and Giroux will be, I think, a dramatically better player next year than he was this year, and he had some good moments this year.
U.S. All-Stars down to 4. Halfway through the second half. Capital Classic. A few more whistles this half. Is that a byproduct maybe of the intensity being stepped up on the defensive side?
I think it's a byproduct of the officials wanting to know they're still working, want everybody to know they're still working this game. It's, you know, I think it's sort of an advantage-disadvantage call for these guys. On that particular play, I think the official thought that Lubick had moved out the offensive player in the paint. Probably thought that there was too much of a disadvantage created in doing that.
A long jumper for Stoglin. It's back iron. All-Stars. And a couple opportunities there. Lindsay with the jumper, and that's going to go in and out. Tip goes in and out. That's not going to help the shooting percentage. And that is not a point guard.
No. Bad things happen when a big man takes off on a break like that.
Brandon Coleman finishes. Coleman, his first 2 points of the day. He has 3 fouls, 2 points. Want to finish this game with 4 points and fouls.
It's all about the ratio.
Still looking for a clear out. He gets it. He goes to the basket, and that is rejected. Inside, nice block by Jonathan Arledge. Hey, Brandon, right here. Average 3 blocks a game. Playing at Kima School.
It's actually a little team defense played on that play as well. You got a little rotation from the weak side.
Coleman may have actually come up with more of the leather than Arledge did. Coleman. I've also noticed the fast breaks are being slowed down in the backcourt, not allowing the momentum to build.
I think both coaches probably talk to their guys about eliminating or try to limit the fast break opportunities. And of course, as soon as I say that, you see an easy 3-on-1 and Starks with the easiest 2 he's going to get in this game.
But I will say in the first half that would have been a dunk.
Yeah.
At least we saw a little defense even on a 3-on-1. Miller's going to hoist it in and out on the 3. Nice bounce pass. And the finish by Mackay. Travis Mackay.
It seems like Mackay has been in the middle of a lot of plays. When he's on the court, he's just in the middle of it all.
Mackay averaging 25 points, 12 rebounds for John Marshall High School in Virginia. By the way, an all-academic team for his entire high school career.
Well, that was a smart move he just made right there. That's a great gather underneath the basket. A very patient and poised move. And in traffic. 3 men around him. 3 white jerseys around him.
Here's another one of those signs. This is the 2010 Capital All-Star Classic. Mackay says in his bio he enjoys tweeting.
Yeah.
Do you know what that is, Mr. Naki?
Of course I do. I don't tweet myself, but
I do not either.
Yeah. That surprises me, Brent.
At least not regular.
Man about town than you are.
Boy, you gotta know all these new ways to communicate. It's not old school anymore.
Sean Howard drains that 3.
I will say the kids are very aware of it, and a lot of these kids out here do self-promote. I mean, you know about these kids as they get into high school. It's
another way to sort of say, look at me.
Yeah. It's interesting, too. It's another way for college coaches, the recruiting process.
Sure.
It's a lot for the NCAA to keep track of these days.
It's virtually impossible, though, isn't it? I mean, when you think about it.
A little different when you were recruiting?
Yeah, much different. Much different.
Well, we've got a good one here. The Capital All-Stars still holding to the lead. It's a 6-point lead, 91-85.
Driving the lane, learning from the legend, making the bounce pass, hitting the open jumper, looking for a drink of water, blocking someone smaller than you. If your son or daughter wants to learn the fundamentals of basketball, log on to wizardsbasketballcamps.com to find the camp closest to you.
Cash for Clunkers was a big success, but it left out all the used car buyers. So we created Cash for Clinkers. That may be even bigger, so we're going to extend it. Cash for Clinkers is a way for all of you who are left out of Cash for Clunkers to get a guaranteed trade-in of $1,500 to $3,000 for your old car. So go to cashforclinkers.com, look up the value of your old clinker, and then go to fitsmall.com and see the nearly new used car you're going to buy We have hundreds and hundreds of used cars in stock, all priced below Kelley Blue Book, and all with our 138-point inspection report. And you get a copy of the report right in the glove box of the car. So go to cashforclinkers.com and see whether you're going to get $1,500 to $3,000 for your old car, and go to fitzmall.com and see the car you're going to buy. That's the Fitz way. The Fitz way. There's just no better way to go.
When Papa John's makes a pizza, quality's #1.
I think customers deserve the best, and we make sure they get it.
Papa's in the house, and you can taste the difference.
Your pizza is amazing.
Get Papa's XL4 pizza, 30% larger than our large. Your choice of 4 toppings, just $11.99.
If you didn't know we cut fresh veggies every day at every Papa John's, you will when you taste it.
Order at papajohns.com.
Better ingredients, better pizza,
Papa John's.
Javon Pinkston has taken over this game in the second half. Nice spin move inside for the finish. He's also drawn a lot of contact inside. And Chris, he has been rather spectacular.
Well, inside and out for a big guy. He's got great feet. He's shown the ability to knock down a couple of threes, and he's gotten himself to the free throw line.
And Mr. Pinkston has had quite a second half here. 21 points total to 7 rebounds. He's 7 for 16 from the field as the U.S. All-Stars down 6 against Capital All-Stars with 7:14 left here in the second half. Jesus Medrano joining us now from Bart and Associates, Executive Vice President. So far, this has been a great game to come out and watch.
Fantastic. It's the turnout's been incredible this time. We're proud to be sponsors again this year, and we hope to do this again.
Why come back? You've been a part of this now for a little bit, and what is it that brings you guys back to this event every year?
Well, Barton Associates has always been community-oriented. We do things for the youth, and we really emphasize that. Charities and investments.
We also got a chance to see Jesus shoot a couple of shots during one of the
I know.
And shooting on the other end was his business partner, Vince Bartozzi, and it wasn't pretty out there, big fella, I gotta tell you.
He killed me. Actually, my brother said I didn't shoot anything, but I look good.
You're going to have to hear about that for a while, aren't you?
Sometimes maybe it is better to look good, right?
I won't live that down.
Is it some nerves stepping out on the court?
I don't know what it was. I'm telling you, I practiced with my wife the night before. Bonnie was out there, put some air under the ball, and I just didn't execute. That's it. Coach is going to get upset with me tonight.
It can be intimidating with these all-stars on the floor, right? You got to raise your performance up a little bit.
I will. Next time, I'll do better.
We get treated to a great game here with both teams playing at a pretty high level, sharing the basketball, and the locals really showing up in this one, Jesus.
We really have. I'm just really impressed by the quality of play tonight. I think these guys are going to make an impact on their college teams.
Well, that's certainly what their future college coaches are betting on. These guys, there's so many guys that attrition in college basketball, so many guys leaving early, and of course just regular departures due to graduation. And these guys anymore, you have to be, you have to expect to play right away.
Yeah, and I can see some of these guys playing, or getting a lot of minutes in college.
Jesus Medrano, Executive Vice President, Barton Associates, hanging out with us here.
I love it.
And I understand you guys do some work with Homeland Security. This year, part of this event was to work with Walter Reed. Just having that military part of this and having the kids exposed to that a little bit. You've been around this last couple of days. What has this experience been like?
Oh, I think it's been when Lee Corrigan of Corrigan Entertainment mentioned the emphasis this year on the returning soldiers and Walter Reed. I thought that was just wonderful, and I got to tour the Walter Reed facility yesterday. I think it was fantastic. So
they put a pretty good all-star team out there for that exhibition game.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I enjoyed. Yeah, so that was a good event. So I like the emphasis this year on the soldiers and the returning soldiers from the war.
Well, even if you're only renting these kids for a couple of days, it doesn't mean you can't teach them a little something about perspective as well.
Yeah, I heard them talking about it. I heard them talking about what they experienced yesterday at Walter Reed. So I think that was a positive.
a little fella there, train him. He has been up and down the court here.
He's been fun to watch all night.
To keep up with.
Yeah. He has, yeah. He's been a treat.
Well, I'm sure it is a treat, too, for these kids. Washington, D.C. such a rich in history. And certainly to get the military aspect of it, too, as well.
Yeah, it was
something they'll remember forever.
Definitely. I like the theme this year.
Nice look inside and a great finish by Josh Hairston as the Capital All-Stars have opened that lead up again. It's 11. We're inside 5 minutes to play here at the Capital Classic.
Trainham has had such a big impact on this game. I'm sure, obviously think a bunch of candidates out there for MVP as we start to wind this game down. Pinkston has to be first and foremost, but there are some candidates.
Yeah.
All right, we really appreciate it, Jesus.
All right.
Medrano,
thank you
for your participation and for the jump shots. Hey. We enjoyed it.
Hey, all right, we'll do it again. We'll do better next time, all right?
Perfect.
We got a break on the court. We'll take a little timeout here. Capital All-Stars with an 11-point lead. And we're back here on the campus of American University. It's Bender Arena. Chris Knoche, Brent Harris here on Comcast Sportsnet. And we hit the stretch run now inside of 4 minutes. The Capital All-Stars holding a 9-point lead. They've won 2 of the last 3. They won last year, trying to protect the home court. The youngsters here, the Capital All-Stars, the locals, have had a great game and have a 9-point lead right now.
Timeout here called, and Lou Wilson, I'm sure in the short time that he's had his guys together, one of the things they have not worked on is a delay game. There's no 4 corners being played.
All right, we'll take a timeout. A little break in the action. We're back with the stretch run. Capital All-Stars with a 9-point lead. Back in the festivities. Boy, tipping off in style, Chris. You were the defending media challenge 3-point shooter. A little different format this year. As you can see, kind of stroking the outside shots.
Good, man.
Let's see Chris Knoche with a boy, in and out.
How did that happen? How about this one? Give me one right here.
I felt like you just didn't find your rhythm in that competition.
Yeah.
Mike Wise, your winner.
That's a great trophy right there.
It's called Stanley's Cup. And I don't know Stanley, and I don't want to know where that cup's been, but Mike Wise has it now. Congratulations to Mike Wise, by the way.
Yep.
He knocked down 4 3-pointers in the contest to win the individual media honors.
A little different system here. We had a rotation, as you saw. You mentioned the team approach to what we did, and it was kind of fun, just a little unusual. And it was neat to have all those people involved.
Well, last year we did the traditional 3-point shooting contest, so each of us had 25 shots, and you did have a chance to find your stroke. And this year, a few less shots.
Yeah, a few less shots. You just have
by design.
Have to deal with it. Yeah, by design.
I think Lee Corrigan said we got to get the media guys less shots. They were holding up the festivities last year. Everybody wanted to see the slam dunk contest. Let's be honest. Nobody was out there to see you, me, or
That's
Mike.
right. And there's not going to be a media slam dunk contest.
Not unless it's a 7-foot rim. Maybe even then, only a few of us will get up that.
It looks like the U.S. team trying to ratchet up the defensive intensity here, maybe get themselves back into this game down 9 with 3:20 to play. Certainly plenty of time.
I would imagine that was the message from Grant Rice, the head coach for the U.S. All-Stars, that, hey, look, we're inside of 4 minutes, and we got to cut into this lead. And so far, they've done a good job here. It's a 6-point lead for the Capitals after that 3-pointer.
Stoglin with a 3, an easy 3 from range.
Great vision inside and an easy finish for Eugene McCrory. Every time the U.S. All-Stars have made a run, the Capital All-Stars have answered to it.
Trainham right in the middle of every play. A little bit too much alley.
Good hands, big guy.
This get a nice idea of sometimes how athletic these guys are. They just they move so easily anymore. It's in transition. Of course, that's the way the game is played anyways, particularly in this kind of a game. And it is, the speed is something to marvel.
Strong take. us ago, but Pinkston has been everywhere today, so why not with the tip in? 23 points now for Pinkston.
Also got himself 7 or 8 rebounds at least.
So you can imagine in 10 years when we do the flashback, we'll remember this performance. Ron Pinkston has been above and beyond anybody else on the court today.
I think that one of the things you remember too out of this game, and obviously they're not out of the woods yet with just a 6-point lead, but the way the Capital team came out here together. I mean, there's 13 guys, and with that many guys, there are a lot of variables, and you know, you can easily have people pulling in different directions. Didn't see any of that from this team.
And again, you have to remember all these young men are stars on their teams. And when you come out to play with other all-stars, you're used to being the man. You're used to taking all the shots.
Well, nobody's used to sitting. None of these guys are used to any pine time whatsoever. So it's an adjustment. It's particularly, as I said, when you have the 13 bodies out there. It's, the math tells you that somebody's going to be disappointed.
Curry at the line, knocking it down. Lead back up to 8. Time beginning to be a factor here inside 2 minutes. U.S. All-Stars Downey.
That's a mature move here by Eddie. He takes it in there, and he is not going to be denied. Now, pretty good play by McCrory as well, because he's not going to give up an easy layup. But Eddie gets a chance to cut into this lead, as he does there, with the clock stop.
Jarrell Eddie averaged a double-double in high school, 24 points, 11 rebounds for Canton School in North Carolina. He's going to play his college basketball at Virginia Tech, Blacksburg, Virginia.
U.S. doing a good job. Double team, and then lost the opportunity.
Costly turnover. As the Capital All-Stars had a chance to maybe cut it to 3 or 4.
30 seconds for White.
All right, timeout is Grant Rice and the U.S. All-Stars will bring it in and talk about the last couple of minutes.
I think that timeout, Lou Wilson wants to talk to his guys about handling that double team. A little run and jump action. The minute that any of the Capital guys turn their heads, they're getting double teamed from behind. And I think he's just going over some ideas, keeping somebody in the middle, keeping outlets, good spacing.
Tonight's Capital Classic game has been brought to you by Barton & Associates, Converse, the official apparel provider of the Capital Classic. And the Capital Classic is a joint production of Sports America, Inc. and Corrigan Sports Enterprises, Inc. So a minute 30 left, 6-point lead for the Capital All-Stars. As you mentioned early in this broadcast, Chris, this is where you put the guys here who have been performing, making a difference, the ones you want to go with down the stretch, and that's who's on the court right now. And what a big shot by Daryl Trahem.
Traham's got to get a little MVP consideration in this game for what he's given his club.
Oh, leadership, not only the scoring, the assist, but the leadership.
15 points, but you're right, the leadership and the direction far more significant than the points.
Brandon Young with the easy lay-in, and the Capital All-Stars have built an 11-point lead, and they look like they're going to hold on here as we are inside the final minute. Eugene McCrory, where he's had a big game. 20 points when you talk about all-star performances for the Capital All-Stars. He's going to go on to the Big East, play at Seton Hall, play locally at Kima School. They may go into a little bit of a slowdown. Oh, no, not even Dawson. They can't work much clock. Get the easy lay-in.
Slowdown. Look at that pass.
Great ball. Between the leg pass to Pinkston, who looks for the contact.
Well, Pinkston has sought contact on every play, and he, by and large, has found it. It's a pretty nice catch on a pass from Pishon Howard, and Pinkston wants to make sure he gets rewarded for it. Pump fake and That's a Division I foul right there.
And he'll go back to the line to add to his game high 25 points here tonight. And strong with the first. 38 seconds left. Coach Wilson and his Capital All-Stars look like they're going to pull this off. In Miller. This assist inside to Harrow. Still an 8-point lead. That's the man you want with the ball.
No kidding. Low center of gravity, great hands, great instincts.
It looks like he could do that all day.
I think they're all going to shake hands here. Maybe not.
Left-handed throw down from Brandon Young. 10 seconds left, maybe. Oh, a three.
Howard back subs it out.
To add to his totals, he has 14. And with the final ticks the clock, showtime by Brandon Young.
Why not?
And that's going to do it.
Well,
3 seconds are going to stop the
let
clock.
it go.
One more. And nope, that's it. The final 117 to 108 at Capital All-Stars. Chris, get it done. And they do protect the home court.
Well, as they were supposed to. These guys came out poised and ready to go. Great start to this game. They did a nice job just, getting everybody involved. First team, second team, and even the last three guys. And they deserve to win this game.
Javon Pinkston for the U.S. All-Stars. They may have lost the game, but he may be our game most valuable player. His 26 points, and he was spectacular.
Well, he was terrific, and it was as well played a high school all-star game as you're going to find.
And it was the Capital All-Stars who get the victory, 117-108. And that's the story for the campus of the American University. The final score, 117-108. My partner, Chris Nocky, and the entire Comcast broadcast crew. This is Brett Harris saying good night from Washington, D.C.